This is my book review for 50 Shades of Grey. First, I want to give some information about how I get my books. The first way is the conventional way. You can always go on Amazon or a bookstore and buy an actual paper book. Like most people now who are taking advantage of technology, I do Kindle or iBooks, depending on the price, which I encourage everybody to do that, where you are keeping track of, which thing is paying, which one is asking the most, so you can get more bang for your buck. Because the same book might be $10 or $9.99, for example, on iBooks, and might be $5 on Kindle. So you should have both apps, especially if you have an iPad or an iPhone or a Droid, I guess. So with that being said, it makes buying 50 Shades of Grey, The Siren, certain other adult-themed books easy to read, and it's just convenient. And you always have it with you. You don't have to carry the bulk with you. And you can have multiple books on there. So back to the book. Okay, so I was late reading it. I mean, I kept hearing about it. Everybody's like, "Oh, have you read 50 Shades of Grey?" I'm like, "No, I have not." But I thought that the book definitely came off, and I mean the trilogy came off as a first-time writer. There were more spots in there that were cringe-worthy than I would like to, elaborate on as far as grammatics. And you can tell that this was also a person who didn't speak American English as their native tongue. So, as most of you should know, that the author is from England. So she is not an American speaker. So to try to write a book in an American dialect was very different. I think that the holy crabs, all those exclamation type statements that Anastasia was doing internally was just way too much. But the positives, the pros, obviously it was very user friendly for introductory BDSM. It was a way to get the masses to know how this works just a little bit. It was also good that they eventually ended up together, and it ended up turning into love. For most people, that's very palatable. The other thing is that this is, I guess, a negative, is that, at least for me, is that, like most people have figured out, that it's patterned after the Twilight relationship and the dynamics in that book and or a movie, and hence this one is becoming a movie. But it could also be very smart, because if one thing is a blockbuster and you're a first-time writer and you want to get noticed, then pattern it after something that's already successful. So I definitely don't think it's not worth reading. I think if you do read it, that there's something salvageable about it. I think the first book is the best book. The second book it goes in order. So it's the best book is the first one. The next one is okay. The third one for me was you know, I didn't have to read it. I think it was really just so it can be a trilogy. But, you know, you want to see what's going to happen, so you might as well read all three. So I hope this was helpful. If you need any additional information, got a comment, concern, put it in the comments, and I will be sure to answer back. Be constructive. Okay, bye.